Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of Rob Squad and the Creators. As always, you are here with your boy Jay.
Hey y'all, you're also here with Girl Amber, and Mr. Earl Young has been with us this week. And for those of you who might not know, he is an iconic R&B drummer. His music spans seven decades, and he's still out there going strong. Welcome back to Rob Squad and the Creators, Mr. Earl Young.
Hi everybody.
Hello, Mr. Earl Young, and an amazing singer I'm going to throw in there as well. We're trying to take this music on to generations even below us. So
fantastic.
Yeah, keep that great music alive. But we hear that you have a song for us today. We checked out the last one you had. It was absolutely amazing. So we're happy to hear what you're bringing for us today.
Yes, this is, I call my birth song, Zing with the Strings of My Heart. This is my birth song for the group. This song here is how it all started. I don't know how many can go back as far as 45s, but the Coasters, a 60 group, had a song out called Yakety Yak.
Yakety Yak!
Don't talk back.
And on the flip
We've
side,
done it.
Yakety Yak was a song called Zing with the Strings of My Heart. And I heard this bass singer singing it. And it was a ballad like, "Dear, when you smile." And I said, geez, I could sing that. So let me see. I put on my little machine. "Dear, when you smile at me, I heard a melody." And I said, wow. And this was our very first recording, 1972. And, it's very rare when back then when a bass singer singing lead, that's unheard of.
Yeah, for sure.
A gentleman from Buddha Records named Neil Bogard, he heard it, and he said, well, let's try it. And he released it on Buddha Records, and that was history.
So this was the song right here. I'm excited to
I love hearing how it came about, and I love hearing how much it means to you. So it's going to be even more interesting to check out now.
For sure. Guys, make sure y'all like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that post notification bell so you never miss any of the Rob Squad and the Creators videos with amazing artists like Mr. Earl Young. We're ready to check out Zing with
I want to say one thing. Everybody, check out my deep voice because ain't many that deep like that.
Oh.
Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him.
Okay, now that deepness. I'm ready to check it out. Let's jump.
Try to make us swoon over here.
Let's jump right into it.
Disco too. It's disco beat.
Here we go.
Oh, the fits.
Look at strings of my heart, baby.
Oh, goodness.
Sing for you.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
It haunted me from the start.
Yeah.
Something inside of me started singing for me. Zing.
Wow.
Like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing, yes I did, all about a nest in the park. Ooh, baby,
Ooh.
everything seemed to be in perfect harmony. Sing with the strings of my heart. Listen to me now.
Oh.
Lord have mercy.
Have mercy.
Hit the fellas. It's all right. Sock it to 'em. Honey, honey. It's all right. Ooh, it's all right.
I still recall that.
That's.
I guess I'll always will.
Wow.
I hope we'll never, ever part.
Never ever part.
Like, I'm in shock.
Dear, with your lips to mine.
I'm blown away. How? First of all, how is that?
Man.
How is that possible? Because like the deepest voice that I think that I have ever heard, or that we have heard. I mean,
Right.
goodness, who?
Barry.
Yeah, Barry White is probably the deepest that I could think of.
My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe.
And this makes Barry White sound like a falsetto.
Okay, but this is the thing, like
Well,
with Barry. Go ahead.
Melvin of the Temptations was one of my heroes, you know, and he had a great, you know, deep voice.
Bad talk going around town saying that Papa had 3 outside children and another wife. And that ain't right.
And Barry White, I do that sometime on the show. I walk up to the microphone and I said, "I love you, baby. You know my hands, they won't stay still." I do that little Barry White thing, but people be cracking up, man. I be having so much fun, man. You know. So I was really blessed. I mean, I was blessed for to have to play drums and have a deep voice like that. I said, "Oh, boy, I'm gonna put it to some good use if I can get a record out." And you know, thanking Buddha Records, I did.
No, it's funny because at the beginning, the first lead singer we had, I felt like his voice was like honey, especially when he just gives you the like. I loved that. I was like, okay, that was already making me swoon. But then we have Mr. Strong, silent but deadly in the back, ready to come up, and I wasn't expecting the depth in that voice, but that right there just kind of stole me, like right there in that moment. I was swooning and I was like, wow, jaw dropped, because I wasn't expecting that deep, very manly voice.
We recorded one more song recently with me singing bass called "Because of You," and it's pretty good. You know, it's out on streaming. You know, so
We'll definitely have to check that one out then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called "Because of You" by the Tramps, featuring Earl Young, and I'm still singing bass.
Still singing it, huh?
I think the older I get, the deeper my voice gets. You know, so if I ever decide that I want to stop singing, I'm gonna go into DJ. You know, be a DJ.
There you go.
There you go.
Here we go right now. The Tramps gonna
smooth R&B DJ with a deep voice.
we'll be having some fun. So the kids probably know. The kids probably never really heard as much people singing bass, because that's not something that you hear every day.
No,
definitely.
That's why it felt surprising.
Really
yeah.
Yeah, I said we've done couple thousand videos and haven't heard bass like that.
Not like that.
No,
not at all.
That's rare. Maybe that's the reason why they decided to put the record out. They said, well, nobody's doing it, so we're gonna let Earl and see what happens. You know, people. And I guess I might have shocked the world.
And that, if you can shock the world with your voice, that right there, that's some power. But let's get back.
Listen to me now. Now, it's all right. Honey. Every day, baby, sing for you.
Oh.
It's all right. Honey. Love to sing about my baby. Every day. Now.
Did you hear that?
Honey. That's all right, baby.
When the
Oh, yeah. Oh, early in the morning. Look here. Midnight hour, baby. Sing about my baby. Every day.
That is so cool. We know we have to remember that was 1972, and that was around little after doo-wop. So we were still singing doo-wop, because we actually started out singing doo-wop on the street corners when the same guys. You know, we said boom, 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 dang,
Yeah.
we started singing doo-wop off the street corners. So it's really into it's more disco doo-wop.
Especially at the end when y'all's two voices were laid together, it felt like that for sure. When you had your deep voice and his over the top of it. Oh my gosh, that was a really cool movie.
Yeah, we be on the corners like that.
That is so cool.
When that came out, people loved that, and that went all over the world, and people still ask for that song today. Zing with the string of high. But it's a song that was done back in the 30s. It's not a new song.
Something inside of me started a symphony. Zing with the strings of my heart.
So it's not new. So a lot of the older generation back then know the song. So that helped too, because the older people back in the 30s knew the song. And with the coasters coming in the 60s, they knew the song. And then when I put it out, people already, oh yeah, I remember that song. Yeah, it's got a nice little hip beat with it too. I can dance to it, you know. I mean, we came from the house party days. I don't know if people used to have house parties. We had basement house parties back then. So everybody used to come and dance.
See, there's just not times like that anymore, and I'm so jealous. And like, I tell most of our guests, like we obviously this is before our time, so through this music, like we get to go back and live through those times, like with you guys, and it's so cool. And it's like I said, we want to keep this great music, to the generations behind us, because without this channel, we probably wouldn't have heard any of this music, and we truly love it so much. And each one of us has found kind of our favorite little genre and like who we like and what sounds we like, and it's so cool to be able to do this.
That is, look, I really appreciate it too, because you're letting people aware of what we did and some of the music that we recorded without computers. I mean, this was all live.
That's it right there. Stuff. Yep.
There was no computers. There was no overdubbing. We had like an 8-track. I mean, we had like 8 tracks, and you would cut on 8 tracks, then you would double it. Then you would double it. We didn't have a big old long board with 40 tracks back then. So you had to do one thing, then you had to mix it down. A lot of people today don't realize, how we recorded records back then, but we did it a little bit at a time. You sing this, you put it on. You couldn't take a voice back then like they do now and move the voice 3 times in a song, because now you can just take a computer, do it one time and move the background here, move it here and here and here, because you have a click track. And the click track they use, which I have never used a click track in my life on a drum, because with the click track, you can just adapt to the same tempo of it. That's what they're doing today. But back then, you had to record it 3 times and put it in different sections.
From the ground up.
So it's a big difference. It's a big difference in the recording back then. We had like two mics over the drums. Now you need everything is mic, so you can pull in and pull out what you like. Back then we didn't do that. You had 2 mics over the whole thing, and you got echo, and you had to deal with the sound. And that's why some of the records that we record, you hear echo. I mean, if you go and listen to the first Delphonic stuff that I did, Didn't I Blow Your Mind?
Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I?
You'll hear a big echo in the records, because they don't sound like that today, because we recorded in one big room,
So you got that echo.
So a lot of people, if they ever wanted to, to ever talk to me personally or on my Facebook page, I would take the time to, to tell them how things was done, how we recorded records, and how we're different from recording them today, which is really educational, because nobody talks about that anymore. Those machines is just pushed in the closet.
Yeah, the technology nowadays makes everything so much easier, and it's just, God, it's getting more advanced and advanced every day.
Y'all had to master the craft. Y'all had to really be creative in the way that you're going to make this music, make this art. So it's really interesting to hear just how down to the very basics you guys had to really go to create these sounds that now, like you said, it's kind of could be done at the press of a button.
For sure.
Yeah, like Zing with the Strings of My Heart. you know, I had to really sing that. You know, now they can take your voice and they can do things
Yeah.
with
Take
it.
the pitch up or pitch down. Yeah.
Back then, you sang it was bad. It was bad.
Back when you had to have real talent, and that's what I always take it down to. Everything. It just seems like a lot of stuff that's done now, just about anybody could do, is to where back in the day you had to actually have talent.
Yeah, but that song is also on my new album, The Groove Machine, that's out on Ace Records.
Groove Machine.
That's
I'm
perfect.
So
checking
that's
that
on
out.
it. You know, I had to put that song on there along with my other stuff. So hey,
Well,
that's my baby.
well, everybody, make sure y'all go check out Mr. Earl Young's new record, Groove Machine. I'll have the info, everything down in the description of the video. Again, Mr. Young, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us again and bringing us another really, really cool song.
Thank you so much for having me on the birth of my record.
As we always send our artists, our family out of here, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you, and remember every single day that y'all wake up, guys, it is a blessing and that you are blessed. And for your new family members, to hit that subscribe button down below. You guys have a goal every day, just like we do. Let them know, Ma.
All right, y'all. All we have to do is go out in this world and together spread some light and love by simply trying to make just one person smile today.
We love you guys. Till next time, see y'all later.